Peace, it's Equality Fragrances coming to you from Prince George's County, Maryland. Welcome to my cipher. A cipher is a person, place, a thing within my circumference to understanding of my cipher. It's peace. For all those new to the channel and those who have been supporting me since day one, I humbly appreciate all your support. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you'll be notified when I drop some new videos. All of that goes a long way in helping the channel grow and it costs you nothing to do. With that being said, come on in, sit down, and let's build. Today, I'm going to give you 5 designer fragrances I look forward to wearing for the remainder of the year. What made me think about this video is I was looking for my scent of the day, and I was like, winter's almost up. We only probably have 40-something days. Let me pick out something to wear. And I normally reach for everything on my top shelf. That's my stuff. Like, I really love my 10 out of 10, my masterpieces. And I started saying, let me look down some. And I said, wow, I haven't worn these fragrances in an absolute minute. And I was like, let me make a conscious decision to wear them. I have them in my collection. Let me give a conscious decision to wear these for the remainder of the year. So I'm going to give you 5 designer today. I'm going to probably give you 5 niche today tomorrow or this weekend. And I'm going to exclusively wear these fragrances. Let's start the show. Starting off with my honorable mention. This is a funny fragrance, and not too long ago, this fragrance got a lot of hype and fragcom. A lot of people like this fragrance. So I got it, and I'm going to be honest, I was kind of underwhelmed by the fragrance as a whole. It's not a bad fragrance. It just underwhelmed me. And that's because there's like 3 types of fragrances I judge harsh. It's a personal thing for me. That's boozy fragrances I judge extremely harsh because I like top shelf alcohol, and when I smell it, I want to smell essence of a top shelf alcohol. Rose fragrances, of course, and amber fragrances. Like, I judge those extremely harsh. So when I got this fragrance, everybody's like, it's a great all-time date night fragrance, blah blah this and that and that. And when I got it, it was good. It's compliment getting. It'll get you compliments. On my scale, it's like a 7 out of 10 fragrance. For the masses, it's like an 8.5 out of 10 fragrance. It will get you compliments. But I'm going to give this more wear, exclusively wear it, and see if my mind changes. It probably really won't, though. And this is coming from the house of Amen from Mugler, and this is pure malt. Now, this isn't a bad fragrance. It's supposed to have whiskey, but it smells more like bottom shelf whiskey to me. It has a synthetic, unnatural sweetness to it, but that's not bad for a night out. When would I wear this? I would wear this casually, like on the weekend, you're going somewhere. It's not the type of booziness where when you smell it, you're going to like apple brandy or Couté, one of those, or Creation E, one of those like strong, boozy fragrances. But it is a boozy fragrance. So a night out, going to a bar, hanging out with the guys, going to find some women, you got a leather jacket on, you casual. It's a good time to wear this fragrance. It's not bad. It's just, it's okay. It's an okay fragrance. I like it. I don't love it. And that's Pure Malt from Amen. Coming in number 5, if you talk about this fragrance, you have to start off really giving credit to Ashton over at Gen Scents. He was the one really responsible for the hype and the awareness of this fragrance. People have compared this fragrance to Parfums de Marly Harrod. I see somewhat why they say that because of the late dry down. There may be some similarities, but I would disagree. They're 2 totally separate fragrances, but it does have a vibe of it, like this almost tobacco vanilla vibe, and that's based on how the tobacco and the patchouli and the other woodiness like the vetiver and the sandalwood starts to blend itself together. It gives almost this smooth, creamy tobacco vanilla vibe, but it's totally different, especially in the opening. And this is coming from the house of Issey Miyake, and this is Pulse of the Night. Out of all the Issey Miyakes, this is probably my second favorite behind the amber fragrance. I forgot what it is, Noir Ambre or Ambre Noir. I forgot what's the name of it. I have it downstairs. But when you first spray this on, you're going to get that frankincense. It's lemony, it's resinous. If you ever smelled frankincense, like I'm talking fresh, not smoke and it's burning in the air. I'm talking about you opened up a bag of frankincense. You're going to get that. You're going to get something resinous, very ambery, woody, creamy, that patchouli, the sandalwood. You get some tonka, so you almost get that vanilla nuttiness and warmth from the fragrance. Pound for pound, this is a really, really, really good winter fragrance, and it's inexpensive for the most part. This, at certain discounters at one point, was going for like $45 to $50. I don't know what it's going for now. I wouldn't pay over $65 to $70 for it. I personally wouldn't, but I'm not your financial advisor. You do what you want to do. And that's Pulse of the Night at number 5. Coming in at number 4, there is absolutely nothing wrong with this fragrance. This fragrance was good the first time I smelled it. It was good when I smelled it before I was deciding to put this on the list for the video. I just don't wear it often. When I have an opportunity to leave the house and I'm looking at my shelf, I just kind of grab for other fragrances before I grab for this. This is a fragrance I'll probably end up giving to my father just because it's a really good fragrance that I don't wear a lot. But this is cinnamon, almonds, cherry, sweet vanilla, leather, woodiness, tonka. That's what this fragrance is. And this is coming from the house of Guerlain. This is L'Homme Ideal Eau de Parfum. Now, when you first spray it on, you get this bright, herbal, aromatic nature to the cinnamon nuttiness that you get. But that herbal effect only lasts for about 10 minutes on me, and then you get that cinnamon nuttiness starts to blend with a nice cherry, tonka vanilla vibe, and it almost becomes gourmand-esque. Really, really good, very warm, and very cozy. As it starts to dry down, you start getting that woody, smooth, vanilla leatheriness along with the almonds and the cherry that tends to stick around. Pound for pound, this is like an 8 out of 10 to an 8.5 out of 10 fragrance. No doubt. Longevity, I get about 7.5 hours wearing. You can wear this in the daytime. You can wear this casually. You can wear this on a date. It's cozy, warm, inviting, and sexy. I enjoy it. I just don't wear it as much. That's what happens when you have a large collection. And this is coming from the house of Guerlain. That's L'Homme Ideal Eau de Parfum. Coming in number 3 is a flanker from the house. It keeps the essence of the original DNA with that chestnut, vanilla, fougere aromatic style of fragrance. This is a very good fragrance. I find this out of the fragrances I own to be more of a masculine, mature take on the DNA. When I first sprayed this and I did my first impressions back in 2020, I said it reminded me too much of my favorite from the line, which is a very gourmand, leathery, smooth suede, woody, fougere aromatic. As I've worn it more, I can see the differences within those two fragrances, where I find that fragrance to be very playful. I find this to be more mature and more masculine, although it still has sweetness to it. This is coming from the house of Emporio Armani. This is Stronger With You Leather. This was a Middle Eastern exclusive, but if you had looked on a few discounters, go on Google, search, hit shopping, a few discounters might show up. They had this. Do not pay an arm and a leg for it. Do not. When I first did my first impressions, which is on this channel, I said it reminded me of Stronger With You Intensely. Stronger With You Intensely with that chestnut, toffee, vanilla, suede, leather, almondiness of the fragrance is more playful, youthful, and flirty. When I compare the two, this has a little bit more darkness and depth to it, which adds more, it's like a little bit more smoke and umph to it with that leather, the gaiac wood, and the oud. And it's not like a oody stank animalic, it's low level oud, but it still gives that woodiness that you get. Pound for pound, I'm gonna give this more wear and make a conscious decision to wear this. It's not a bad fragrance, great for date night, great for cooler weather, because it's very, very, very dense. And that's Stronger With You Leather. Coming in at number 2, this fragrance, I plan on going empty. I plan on using this fragrance up. Why? Because I've had it for so long. I've had this fragrance since early 2015. This fragrance came out in 2014. This fragrance is love at first sniff. There's nothing wrong with it. Why I have been conserving this juice, I do not know why, but I'm going to wear it and I'm hoping to use it all up. Out of a 50 ml, I'll probably have 20 mLs left. I might not get through it this winter, but I plan on only having a few of it left. If not, I might just give it to my father, another fragrance my father get. Anyway, this is from the house of Valentino, and this is Valentino Uomo. the original. This is chocolatey, nutty, but smooth nuttiness with the hazelnut. It's woody and it's leathery. That is the makeup of what this fragrance is. It is stunning. It is good. It is delicious. People complain about performance. They must want 8 hours on everything, and I get it. Some people do. It's just outside of work, like I said. I'm not spending the most I spend in any one place. I don't care if that's the club, the strip club, or a first date. It's only gonna take me 4.5 hours at most to get through that experience. If it's a date, I'm not sitting at a restaurant eating for 4 hours, and after that, we're either gonna go our separate ways or we're taking it home and we're gonna have some adult time. Either way, she's already smelt me. She knows what I smell like. It's burnt into her olfactive memory, and it's time to get down. But with that being said, this is a good fragrance. I enjoy it. I want to use it up. I was looking at my collection. I almost forgot I had it. And that's from the house of Valentino, and that's Valentino Uomo. Coming in at my number one is a fragrance that I have worn. I think I wore it a couple of times in 2021, but I should wear more of this. This fragrance is absolutely good. It is mysterious. It is intoxicating. This fragrance is also very similar to a discontinued gem that everybody in Fragcom love, that is hard to get your hands on. No one talks about this house. No one has talked about this fragrance. I think Sebastian may have featured the house, but he didn't feature this fragrance. This is coming from the house of Rag & Bone, and this is simply amber. Absolutely amazing. What does it smell like? It smells like Tom Ford's Plum Japonais, but without the florals. You get that westernized woody oud. You get some tobacco. You got cognac. You get rum. You got a very juicy dark plum. So with that cognac and rum, you also get some dried fruits with that. So you get the dried fruits with a juicy rum. You get some saffron up top. This is absolutely outstanding. When you first spray it on, you're going to think that this is going to wear light and it's not going to be monstrous. Trust me, you are absolutely projecting. I wore this to work. I might have put like 6, 7, maybe 8. I don't remember. It's been a while since I had this reaction. And I had a coworker said, "Man, what is that you're wearing? You be smelling good all the time." It's like you smell good all the time. People don't want to compliment you every day, especially if it's like coworkers. But this one really stood out for them, and they wanted me to write out the name. Now, if you go on the website, I believe it was like $140 back in the days. That was a little pricey, but I found it on sale when they had a coupon on sale, and it was like anywhere from $90 to $110, which is a great value for what you get here. Simplistic, but magnetic top. Overall, great fragrance. If you like fragrances like Tom Ford Plum Japonais, you will like this. And that's from the house of Rag & Bone. That's amber. So those are 5 designer fragrances with one honorable mention that I look forward to wearing for the remainder of the winter. I hope you enjoyed the list. I hope I maybe made you think of some fragrances that you haven't worn in a while. Just go look at your collection, especially if you have a large collection. Fragrances are made to be worn. This is why I never recommend having a collection as large as mine. And I don't have the largest collection in the world, but I, to me, have too many fragrances to enjoy at times. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you have any questions for me, don't forget to follow me on IG. You must be following me. I answer all questions that get sent to me in IG. Link will be in the description. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave you the way I greeted you, and that's the universal language of peace.